Hey there, little man lady, you're so cute with your little mail pouch and your little mail suit. I wish I was that letter stuffed up in your sack. I'd say return to sender, so you'd have to take me back. Marijuana in the morning, wake and bake the day. Acid in the afternoon keeps the doctor away. Cocaine to the crack of dawn, all my chores are done. Start the whole thing over, a new day has begun. Excuse me, Miss Barista, need to pick me up. You could use a mister, bussin' OC cups. I see your empty tip jar, I just insert my tip. Warm up my cappuccino and filter out my drink. Marijuana in the morning, wake and bake the day. Acid in the afternoon keeps the doctor away. Cocaine to the crack of dawn, all my chores are done. Start the whole thing over, a new day has begun. Hello, Miss Bank Taylor, tell it to me true. If I give you my money, can I count on you? I got a lot of singles, you're gonna have to count. Leaning over, baby, don't stop on my account. Marijuana in the morning, wake and bake the day. Acid in the afternoon keeps the doctor away. Cocaine to the crack of dawn, all my chores are done. Start the whole thing over, a new day has begun. Yeah, start the whole thing over, a new day has begun. So when I lived in New Orleans, I used to bike everywhere. And one morning, I was going to play at the farmer's market, the Saturday morning farmer's market, and I had to be there at about 7:30 a.m. And so it was about 7 a.m. I was leaving my house and biking to work, and I was passing one of the busier streets just after leaving my house and heard someone shouting way up the street and kind of ignored it because people kind of shouted around my neighborhood a lot. And it was just so insistent though, it just kept happening, so eventually I kind of looked over and I saw that they seemed to actually be motioning towards me and trying to tell me something. And when I lived in New Orleans and was out on my bike, pretty much every time I went out there was some guy catcalling me from a truck or a car or the street or construction site. And so at first I had kind of a pessimistic reaction, like, oh, really, he's calling at me? Like, this is crazy from all the way over there, just ignore it. But then it was just so insistent, I started thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't be so pessimistic, and I should think, like, maybe he's actually trying to help me or telling me something. Maybe I dropped something important, or my bag is open, or who knows. And so I decided to give him a chance to catch up and tell me what he needed to tell me. And he caught up, and we were kind of on a smaller street now, and he said, "Put your bike in the car, party's on me, let's go." And it was kind of funny to me because it was like just so authoritative, like, oh yeah, here, let me put my bike in your car right away, yes. Like, maybe he thought I was a lot younger than I was and would fall for it, or maybe because I had an instrument and a bike, I was, like, really into doing drugs, and just whoever was going to pay for them, I'd go with them. I don't know why he thought this would be an effective strategy, but I said no, and he kept just stopping a little ways ahead of me and opening, I think it was a big pickup truck. He kept opening the back of his pickup truck and, like, motioning for me to put my bike in there, and he just kind of followed alongside me as I biked for a while, just saying, you know, I'm a really good guy, I promise you. I've got a lot of money right now, and I want to party, and I want someone to party with, and I'll pay for everything you need. And I just kept saying, I'm sure you're a good guy, yeah, but I'm not going to come with you. And eventually he gave up. He was mad, but he gave up and drove away. And I just started thinking, like, what does parties on me even really mean at 7:30 on a Saturday morning with a random stranger? And I know that often partying means cocaine, and I've never really done cocaine, but I know it kind of translates to that. And so I was thinking maybe he wanted to, even if it wasn't some plot to, like, actually murder me or harm me, and he really wanted to do what he was offering, it was like, would we go to a hotel and just get a bunch of alcohol and cocaine and other drugs and just start doing them and doing each other, like, early in the morning, these random strangers. Like, I didn't really even understand what he was going for, so I started thinking about it a lot, and I had some lyrics already written, because I used to see this mail carrier woman walking around my neighborhood a lot, who just looked really cute in her outfit, and so I started writing, like, the funny little song about it. Didn't really have a big plan for it, but whenever I run to guys like this, they're like inspiration for that kind of character. Like, a lot of my dirty songs are kind of inspired by his voice, and so I write them through their narrative voice rather than mine. And so I just started thinking about guys hitting on women, like, early in the morning while they're trying to just go to work or do their job, and just, you know, I like stupid puns and country songs, so I just came up with different scenarios, and the chorus obviously is all the different drugs throughout the day that we could do. And I kind of associate cocaine with meth. I know they're not the same thing, but they have a similar stimulant effect. I'm such a dork. And I watched this documentary years and years ago about meth, and they were interviewing different people who used it, and there was this housewife who was talking about when she does meth, either while the kids are at school or while the kids are in bed, she can just do all the chores and clean the whole house in just a fraction of the time it would take if she weren't on meth. And so that's kind of why I had that all the chores are done concept. So that was the inspiration from that guy and the cute male lady in my neighborhood and the meth documentary that came to this not quite autobiographical